Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back for another video. So someone asked me if I did some types of SHTF situations, and I get a lot of my video ideas from my comments, so I don't really on this channel talk about prepping and all that. So if I was to make a video on those types of situations, it would be specifically on what type of silver is best for that. So that's what this video is basically just explaining, if you're gonna prepare for a disaster or any type of emergency, what is the best type of silver to stack. So as you can see in front of you, we have some junk silver, which is constitutional silver 90%, and we also have American Eagles. So first I want to say, if you're strictly just stacking for SHTF situation, your Eagles and capsules won't matter, because silver will be traded strictly just for the weight. I have a lot of these in capsules because my LCS will pay higher premiums if the coins are in good condition, and I received these coins in BU, brilliant uncirculated, perfect conditions, so I might as well keep them in that condition, so when I sell later on I will be able to get a little more money out of each coin. So a couple of people have asked me why I do that, so that is why. So now I'm just gonna explain why junk silver and Eagles are the best types of silver to stack. And first, it's because it's cheap. In a SHTF situation, you're stacking for the weight of silver. You want to get as many ounces as cheap as possible, which is whatever spot price is. You want to make sure you get the closest amount to spot as possible, and these two types are the closest to spot, but not really when you're talking about generics, but I will explain why generics might not be the best choice. So for the best coins as cheap as possible for a SHTF situation, these two are them. Junk silver is also fractional, so it's perfect for trading and bartering. These dimes and half dollars and quarters, those are perfect for if you need to trade for something that is less than an ounce of silver. If you only stacked Eagles and you were to trade with somebody something, but what you wanted from them was less than an ounce, you're gonna have to give up that entire ounce, or somehow try to cut it in half or cut it in thirds. That's gonna be very time consuming, and that's just not an option, especially in that type of situation. So you want to make sure you have junk silver so you can trade smaller amounts of things as quickly as possible. So that is also why junk silver is a great investment. A lot of people really don't like junk silver for some reason. It's I just don't get it. It's perfect for so many things. I just actually made a video on reasons people buy junk silver, so if you want to check that out, you can after the video. Also, these are both made from the American Mint, so people trust it compared to other coins, and that's where I was talking about the generics. If you have a generic coin or a generic bar and you are going to make a trade with somebody, the risk of them not trusting you, everyone is going to be on their high horses, everyone's going to be sketched out, so you want to make sure your coins are trusted and recognizable. If you're going to make a trade with someone and you have a whole bunch of coins that they've never heard of and don't know where it came from or the maker and manufacturer, they're going to automatically be sketched out, and that's just the last thing you want. And also, if you have a bar that is 5, 10, 20 ounces from some random maker they don't know about, they're going to think that's fake. So you want to make sure no one's really faking junk silver. And Eagles, there's simple ways to test them very quickly, and everyone knows what they are. Everyone recognizes this. They're not going to recognize some random mint that is a... So that's just another reason um, that's very important. You want to make sure people trust you, and that they trust what you're selling them is real, or trading with them. Another reason is both of these can be quickly liquidated. So this isn't talking about if you're trading or bartering. This means if you need to sell, let's say, if an emergency happened and you needed money or cash or fiat as fast as possible, these two types of silver are the quickest to get off. You can go to any local coin shop or any type of gold silver place or pawn shop or anywhere, and both places, or all the places, will know what these are, and they will buy them off you for the currency that you're looking for. If you have a graded coin, or a coin that has a premium on it, if you want the price that you're looking for, you're going to have to wait and find a buyer that's willing to pay that price, which can take a long time. And in an emergency situation, you don't have that time. You don't have time to wait a week to find somebody to pay the price of the coin. You need to get that stuff off now, ASAP. So these coins will be able to do that for you. So if you're more of a prepper stacker, you want to make sure that a lot of your stack is in bullion and liquid. You don't want to be buying MS-70 coins and pandas and kookaburras and all that. That's not a good option. And that's just mainly if you're a prepper, which I am not. I do liquidate and diversify into that, but I also do buy numismatic coins. But that's a very important key. Depending on where you live should depend on what coins you buy. This is very important. If you live in America, you need to be buying eagles and junk silver, because when you're off on the road or wherever, you're going to be trading with everybody in your area. So if you live in America, you want to make sure you have American coins, so the Americans will be able to recognize what you have. If you're walking around with a kookaburra or a panda trying to trade that, these people aren't going to even know what that is. They've probably never seen it. They're probably previously weren't stackers that know about these coins. It's going to be a pretty bombardant thing when people start getting into silver and buying it. So a lot of people aren't going to know, like we do, what certain types of coins are and what their worth is, and they're not going to know terms and what numismatic value is. They're not going to know what a premium is, or, they're not going to know any of that. So you need to make sure that where you live, you want to buy the types of coins accordingly. I mean, if you live in Canada, for example, maple leafs would be an option, but you can also stack eagles, because Canada's our neighbor, and most people do know what eagles are that are from Canada, even that aren't silver stackers, just because we're so finely intertwined. But just think about that. That's another very important key. But with bars, I just want to kind of talk about this a little more. It can be very risky. As I talked about, the higher the weight, the more room there is for fake bars to become, and also the higher risk of your potential trader or buyer is going to think it's fake. But you also have to think of this as well. If silver really does go up in value as much as people say it will, and you have a 50-ounce bar or a 20-ounce bar or a kilo bar or even a 10-ounce bar, if silver goes up dramatically, just think about how expensive that bar will be, and think about how much you just narrowed down your margin for a buyer to be even able to afford that. So if we're talking about liquidation and trying to get your stuff off as quick as possible, who are you going to come in contact with that's going to have thousands and thousands of dollars, or have all what you need to be able to get that bar off of you? You're not. It's already hard enough nowadays to afford a 20 to 50 ounce bar, and that's at silver with nearly 17 an ounce, a little over 17 an ounce. Imagine if it goes to 50 to 100 to $200 an ounce, and you have a 50-ounce bar. You're not going to be able to find anyone that's going to be able to trade or make a purchase off of you. And that's not even just for a SHTF situation. That's even down the line if you're just trying to flip or, you know, sell it off as your retirement. So you want to think about this stuff when you're buying your silver. I've made several videos talking about these other topics, but they all intertwine to emergency situations because, you know, at the end of the day, it's really about selling your silver, and you're going to have to eventually sell your stack. So you want to be thinking about how you're going to go about it and set your stack up accordingly, because if not, you can either be at a potential of a huge loss or just a situation that, you know, you're SOL and you're going to have to wait a long time to find a buyer who's willing to pay your price. Because, you know, like I said before, the value of your coin is only what the buyer thinks it is. You can think a coin is worth $1,500 all day, but if no one's willing to pay it, that coin isn't worth that much. So, these are just some tips I wanted to give you guys. Try to make this video short. If you guys liked this video or thought any of the knowledge was helpful or beneficial, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, make sure to leave a comment below on your thoughts, any key things that you agreed with or even disagreed with, or anything you want to add in. You know, I make these videos to also learn myself, and I learn a lot from you guys. So if you have anything you want to add in as well, let me know, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.